Welcome to Global Agent Connect TV. Subscribe, like, comment, and share to join our global network. Click below to engage with us. Let's connect.
All right, welcome everyone to Global Agent Connect. We are back again. Happy to be with you guys live to experience you, share ideas, and so that we learn and grow more. It's a boy, Global Agent Connect. Welcome to the live show. Today we are diving into one of the most powerful forces shaping Africa's future, digital marketing and information system. From small businesses to governments, the digital revolution is transforming how Africa works, connects, and grows. So today I'm going to be inviting or bringing someone very special, right, to discuss about digital marketing. This person is a great professional. Like whatever she's going to be teaching us today or revealing to us is going to help us grow, especially small business owners. Take note, small business owners, right? We are targeting you guys today, small business owners, entrepreneurs, right? We are targeting you guys today. Today's show is purposely meant for you. So I brought someone who is digitally inclined. She is well grounded. It's a she, it's a she. She is well grounded with digital marketing. She's going to she's going to express a lot today about digital marketing. Let me just put it short for that. I think she's backstage now waiting. Give me a second, please. Connection in Cameroon. That's what I keep hearing. Connection. Wow. Please, for those that are just joining, today we are going to be talking about digital marketing. But before we continue or we bring our guests on stage about digital marketing, there is a poll on the stage, right? You need to vote. Who is the most influential Cameroonian artist, right? Just vote your choice. We have 3 choices out there. Vote. Okay? Just express your thoughts using this data down here, please. Oh, thank you, Ashley Comey, for the like. Thank you, Ashley Comey. You can comment as well and make sure you vote on what you have on the screen and scan the QR code to check more about Global Agent Connect. Scan this QR code on your screen, top left, Scan the QR code to check more information about Global Agent Connect. I heard the connection in Cameroon is very, very slow. So we are facing difficulties welcoming our guest on stage. Today, we are supposed to talk about digital marketing, the digital landscape in Africa. So our talking points today was about, or it's about growth of internet access in Africa, rise of smartphones and mobile first economists, key markets, Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa. There's a lot to share here, brilliant business ideas that are working in other environments. So we need to bring that into Cameroon or Africa. How has digital marketing transformation changed African businesses? What opportunities exist today that didn't exist 10 years ago? So we are going to be talking about all that. We have a lot for you guys today. Let me generate a new link and send so that you can join the live. Okay. So we are back. Connection break. So I think we have steady connection now. So we are going to continue. All right. Who is this lady? Let me read you who this lady is. She is a CPD and Google certified digital marketer dedicated to helping individuals learn digital marketing and public speaking, build profitable in-demand skills that create a real opportunity in today's digital economy. Serve as the operations director at Farlow ICT Institute, where she plays a key role in shaping future tech talents and empowering young people with practical career-driven knowledge. Her academic journey is just as impressive. She holds a master's degree in process engineering, industrial and environmental engineering from the University of Ngaoundere, along with a bachelor's degree in general chemistry with a minor in pharmacology from the University of Boya. She also earned her advanced level certificate from Seca Baptist College, building a strong foundation for her multidisciplinary expertise. What makes her truly stand out is her unique ability to bridge science, technology, and business, turning knowledge into impact and helping others transform their lives through digital skills. So it's an honor for me to bring to you or to introduce you to Madame Gumsiri Albertine Chi. She's really grounded. She has a lot of questions to answer us today. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you very much, sir. It's an honor to be here to talk about my expertise and also learn from you
Learn
and
from
the
me.
viewers.
Yes, we have a lot to learn from the
Of
viewers.
course.
But learning
We
from
learn
me,
every day. Learning never stops.
exactly, I totally agree. Right? I see your profile. It's like you are really grounded with science, right? Like pure science. I saw you have a master's degree in process engineering, industrial and environmental engineering. That is huge. From the University of Gandhi, and a bachelor's degree in chemistry with a minor in pharmacology. So between that and digital marketing, so where's the relation? How did your career in digital marketing come about?
Oh, to be sincere, during my school days when we studying in Gandhi, studies were really let me say complex. We did not really have resting time. We're studying like Monday to Saturday, Sunday. You have a lot of exercises to do, assignments. We were writing CAs and exams nearly
Yeah,
every week. When I left, I got the opportunity to work for some enterprises like Gas du Cameroon in Douala,
yeah,
Micronalo in Gara, and a few. I saw firsthand how the life of an engineer was is really demanding. You be on the field most of the time and you not really have time for family. As somebody that grew up in family and hold family in very high esteem, I felt like I wanted to be able to merge my career and still have time for my kids and my family. So at that time, I started looking for what other option can I do that will give me family time and I was able to earn. So after I graduated, I got the opportunity to work in an international school in there, Greenfield, where I was teaching science, that's maths, biology, chemistry, and physics
okay.
grades. Yes. So while I was teaching there during my free time, I'll invest in myself. I started studying digital marketing and the rest. So digital marketing was like a plan B. That side that would give me family time and I could as well earn on the go. That was my drive. That was what pushed me to get into digital marketing. My career started in the year 2020. Yes.
Okay. Wow. So just tell us, what is digital marketing for those that don't know?
In simpler terms, what I'll say, digital marketing just means that you're using the media, internet to sell services or products. You're using a
Okay.
device and internet to talk about products and services. So everybody can relate to this.
Okay. Perfect. Anyway, before we continue, your, I want to share your profile so that viewers can see who exactly you are, right?
Yes.
Yes, let me display your profile and it'll be okay. Can you see that, Albertine?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay. So that's it. There's a linking profile so you can check her out. I'll display her YouTube channel as we go along with the discussion. I'm going to display her YouTube channel and everything. But I just wanted to show you her LinkedIn profile so you can check her out, check her full details. You can book her services because she's a digital marketing engineer, we can call her that, right? She's very grounded. So let us check her out. That's it. All right. So, madam, tell us, what can you do as a digital marketer? So what do you do? Okay, what are the services you offer? Hello?
Please come
What are the
again.
services you offer?
Okay.
What are the
For a
services you
start,
offer as a digital marketing expert? What are the services you offer? Okay.
okay. For a start, I work in Finder IC Institute where I get the opportunity to train others and share my experience. So I teach digital marketing, email marketing,
Okay.
search engine optimization, website as well, portfolio website, business website, everything about website, because digital marketing first of all starts from you understanding how a website works. Part-time, learning and practicing are two different things. So this year I decided to put my digital marketing skills into use, by building my own business, which is Zenite Space, where I sell sports accessories like mats, dumbbells, gym wares, as well as content creation tools like ring lights, LED lights, mics, and all the rest, just to put my digital skills in use. And by doing so, I realized that practicing it is far better than just teaching someone. When you can practice and advise, it's better than just giving someone. So apart
Excellent.
from that, we all know that Cameroon is very difficult to just do one thing. So I have a 9 to 5 job. During the weekends, I still manage to juggle my business. On the side, I still teach online. I teach maths, science, and
Really?
French online. Yes, the digital space is wide.
Hold
So I
on. You
have
teach
like
you
three
teach
streams of
maths.
income.
Hold
I
on. You
teach
teach
maths
math, French,
and science
and
online. Yes,
science.
like
Okay, yes, you
using
can teach
tools like
finance.
Zoom. And
Okay.
I don't have a pre-apply account yet. My clients just come to me inbox. I teach maths, science, and French. And excuse me, please.
Are you okay?
Yes, yes, yes. Please give me a.
Okay. Take your time. Make sure you're okay. Let us give our viewer a second. Maybe there's an emergency over there. We just pray she's fine and hope she'll be okay. I saw a little bit of distress, a little bit, but I think she'll be fine, hopefully, and then she'll join us in a couple of seconds or minutes. Please share. Those are yes, share, and you can vote on the poll we have on the bottom left. Who is the most influential in Cameroon, artist in Cameroon? Who is the most influential artist in Cameroon? You can just vote in the comment section, or you vote on the poll you have at the bottom left of your screen. Please also scan the QR code to see more information about Global Agent Connect. And I'm going to post the link for this digital marketing expert over here in the description. I'm going to post her LinkedIn ID and all her social media accounts in the description. Please make sure you check her out. From what we have said so far, she's going to assist you in managing your website if you need a website. But if you do not need a website, she's going to handle your social media account. She's an expert in handling social media account. Like, you outsource her for your digital need. She is capable of doing that. And she's one of the smartest lady I've seen around that is very grounded, not only in pure science, but in technology. So she's very, very grounded. You need to outsource her so that she is going to assist you in growing your business digitally We cannot escape digitally today. It is part of us. Either we do it or we must do it. Any business that is not embracing digital technology, you are missing a lot on the global scale. You are missing. You can get customers from anywhere, anytime. You can connect to anybody, anywhere. What you have is needed somewhere now, but you cannot know that because you do not have the means in which people can speak or get to you remotely. You understand? That is why you need digital marketing. That is why you always need digital marketing. Take note of that. It is very, very important. So always connect to platforms like this. She is going to assist you. She's going to make sure you are well connected to your customers. She's going to organize your platform so that you keep and you store data. She is very knowledgeable about that. Keep data. Data is very important. Data is one of the most expensive things we have in our society today, right? If you ask yourself, why is Facebook free? Why is Instagram free? Why are all these platforms free? Why are you not paying to use Instagram? You are not paying because you give them, you pay with your data. Your data you store every day is useful to these people and they sell your data. That's why data is very important. You can use your data, you can interpret your data, manipulate your data to work on your customers, to improve your customers. So you need digital marketing to achieve all of this. It is very important. Cameroonians, Africans do not minimize the power of technology and digital marketing. That is why our guest is here today. But we had an emergency. I think something just happened, and we're praying she's okay. If our praying she's okay, we're praying she's okay. I'm trying to check if she's okay. I think she was very distressed when she left. Something happened. Let's hope she's fine and let's continue. Let's just pray she's okay. Let's pray she's okay. Okay.
Sorry about that. That's a distress
Thank
call.
goodness. We are just happy you're fine because we saw how uncomfortable you look. Maybe something happened, but we're happy.
Yes, I'm okay now.
All right, perfect. You're welcome back. So, as we're saying, right, I was asking you what is digital marketing. You told us about digital marketing, and then you were talking about you teach science, technology, and maths, including French, isn't it?
Yes.
So, which platforms do you use in teaching these subjects?
Okay. I use I use Teams and Zoom to teach online. I
Okay,
use
Teams and
Teams
Zoom.
and Zoom to teach. Yeah, Zoom and Teams to teach online because for Zoom, every after 45 minutes, you have to enter the meeting again. But for Teams, using the free plan, Teams gives you like 60 minutes. So Teams is more flexible as compared to Zoom. Yes,
Okay,
so I use Teams more often.
and then how do people pay you?
That's another one. Okay.
Yes.
Before you know that doing remote work in Cameroon and getting your payment is really difficult because we don't have services like PayPal and the rest. So when I started, I was using somebody else's PayPal. So I will send their email and then they'll pay me
Mm-hmm.
money through that person's PayPal, or the person has to link it to bank account, send it to Momo before I get my money. But being someone that thinks out of the box and knowing that there are much other resources, we also have the virtual cards. You can also use virtual cards. So I went ahead to create an Eversend virtual card. And right now, I get paid through my Eversend virtual card. Although the charges are high, but I can get my money whenever. I can use it whenever.
Okay. Welcome, Elitres. Elitres says she's here. Welcome. Let me send you a welcome message. Okay. So now, what is Now you spoke about teaching. All right, you understand about the teaching part. You make money through teaching. So how do you get your customers teaching online?
Um, the media is a very, very powerful tool that people take for granted. If you're
Okay.
selling a product or a service, I know that you'll be worried about most people go online to talk about their products and services. But one question that everybody should be asking is, how do I make myself more findable? People, there are already people that need your services, but if
Mm-hmm.
you don't tell them that you are offering that service, you're not going to get clients.
For
So I
sure.
was opportune to be on a TikTok live, and I just spoke about my products and services, what I do, and the rest. I was opportune to be on Odogo Kiwi's live. It was on a
Okay.
fateful Sunday, 8th of March. I just spoke about my services, what I do, what I can do. And from that live, people just come to my inbox. I started creating my reply. I've not even finished. So I don't have any official native cam reply account.
Mm-hmm.
People just watch that video and they come to my inbox. I would love you to teach our kids, and
Mm.
and they pay. Yes, people trust me like that and they pay upfront. Also, apart from you talking about your product and services, the way your profile is set up on the media will tell if people should immediately trust you or not. You want a profile where your headline, your picture is well set, it has contact details. People can
Mm-hmm.
actually see your profile and feel like, okay, this is an authentic person. So
Mm-hmm.
once you have an authentic your profile set up in a way that people can trust you, you go ahead to just talk about your product and services. Trust me,
Mm-hmm.
you'll get clients. And I would like to say, don't focus on the number of followers or on the number of likes. There are a lot of people with 10,000 followers that don't make money. My business page
Okay.
on Facebook, because I have a lot of things here, because I'm teaching, I still teach online. So I tend to prefer, I work for the money that I'm going to invest in my business. So when it comes to my business, I don't really pay much attention now because I need the capital. My Facebook page just has 7 followers, but with that 7 followers, people see order my products and services from different towns, and I
Mm-hmm.
still deliver to them. So focus on setting up your
Sure.
profile right, talking about your product and services, then you can go ahead to paste reviews, and that's it.
Wow, very inspiring. No, I believe you, right? If you're good at something, it doesn't matter, but because following that, there are people that don't follow online, but I see their activity and I engage with them, but I don't necessarily follow them. So it's not your followers that you have to rely on. You have to rely on the fact that I'm good in this thing and I can do it. Trust me. So that's it. Well, that is well understood. Now you teach and you advise us not to follow us. Okay, there's something I wanted to ask you. You mentioned about arranging your profile in a particular way that is very attractive. And then you
Yes.
mentioned SEO. So how does the
Yes.
two relate? Your profile being
Okay.
very attractive and SEO.
Let's start
No,
with setting up.
tell us what is SEO first.
Okay. SEO is search engine optimization. It doesn't necessarily
Okay.
mean that when we go on these different platforms, you're looking for something. How findable is your channel? How findable are the products and services that you post online? For
Mhm.
example, when we talk about search engine optimization, there are two things that you I always use when I'm explaining this to my students. You have like the keyword and the search term. Let me break it down. So for
Okay.
example, you go on Google search engine and you want to rent a car and you type rent a car. That's your search term. You have typed something that you're looking for and you're going through that search engine. Okay. Me
Yeah.
being someone that offers that product and service, I have probably posted the cars that I'm renting and I've put the description there, cars
Yeah.
for rent located in Douala. So
Yeah.
that your search term has to be equivalent to my keyword. Me posting a product and service having that word rent a car, that's a
Mm-hmm.
keyword under my post. While you who is coming to look for it is your search term. So whenever you go on any social media platform, it works equally. When you're looking for something on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, once your search term corresponds to whatever post somebody has put up, you're going to have that option. So if you don't know how to post and use the right words, think, and before I continue, you need to think like the person who is coming to look for that product or service. If I'm posting maybe a ring light, let me say LED 800, I'm
Yeah.
going to think like somebody who is coming to look for it. I'm not going to use complex words. I'm going to say LED 800, content light with 2 batteries. I'm going to use that as keywords under that post. Somebody coming up to look for content options will definitely fall on that video, will know that I offer that, will find the product, and if the price is appealing to them, they will order. So search engine just means that when you're posting, use the right keywords. When you're looking for stuff online, also use the right keywords. Because if you don't use the right words when you're looking for stuff, you're definitely not going to stumble on the exact product or service you had in mind before carrying out your search.
Okay, perfect. Now, this is a very big question, right? It's small but it's big. Who needs who needs digital marketing in Cameroon? As we speak now, you know about all
Oh
the
my
customer
god.
who needs digital marketing in Cameroon. Who are you going to recommend?
Everybody.
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 So nobody can
Everybody.
escape that. There's no
No, no, no,
business.
no, no. No.
Okay,
Okay.
and I need us to go business by business. Okay. Now I want, for example, if I cite a business, I want you to tell me how you can improve that business using digital marketing. That's how I want us to do. You get
Okay. Yes.
or understand? Okay, a local carpenter.
A local carpenter.
Okay.
If I was a local, and right now, local
Mhm.
content goes viral than maybe the well put together, the high
Professional.
language,
Yeah,
the
yeah, I believe so.
professional. If I was a local um, carpenter and I want to digitalize my business, first thing is I need to understand who I'm selling to. You know, as carpenters, you're going to be talking to different people. For example, if I'm a local carpenter that deals with maybe beds and cupboard, I first of all need to identify the potential people that are going to buy from me. I'll say
Okay.
maybe if I'm in a student area, I'll say maybe students who just need a small bed, or I'm targeting let me see, the local people in my environment that just needs a shoe stand, maybe a TV stand. Once I've located the customers, ideal people that can buy for me, I'll go ahead to choose which platform
Mhm.
best suits me. I'm not going to pick a platform like LinkedIn. Hell no. LinkedIn is more corporate and everything. I'm going to
Okay, that
prefer
makes sense.
TikTok, because TikTok is one of those platforms where you can go raw. Raw content is appreciated. Like I can be me without the bright lights. I'll not need to say buy content lights.
Okay.
I'll not need to focus on a lot of things. As a local competitor who
Okay.
wants to talk about their product and service, I'm going to pick TikTok. TikTok because
Mhm.
I don't need to know how to do a lot of editing. I don't need to have the perfect phone. I don't need to know anything. I just need to put the camera, show what I do, and that's it. Secondly, I'm going to also maximize the use of WhatsApp business. Okay. If this person
Okay.
is, let me say, let's also remember that this person is a local carpenter. So the person might not know so much about maybe the difference between WhatsApp and WhatsApp business. This person might just be using the regular WhatsApp. So
Okay.
I'll prioritize my WhatsApp, because when people want to contact me after watching my video, they'll probably come to WhatsApp to order, because I'll link the WhatsApp to
Mhm.
the TikTok. But being someone that understands digital marketing, I'll add this advice on top of it. Instead of using the normal WhatsApp, you should go for business WhatsApp and set it up properly. Once they have their TikTok and their WhatsApp running, you just need to put your camera while I'm behind the scenes. I'll focus on behind the scenes. While I'm making the stuff, I'll just put my camera somewhere and just record. If I don't have time to edit the videos, I'll just go live. After live, I'm going to send the highlights. The second
Mhm.
type of content that I'll post is when I'm going to deliver, or when my client is coming to get the furniture, piece of furniture that I've made. I'm going to take a video of their expression, how they feel, and everything. Were they satisfied? At the end, I'm also going to give
Mhm.
an opportunity for my customers to give their review. Were you satisfied? How were the services? So As a local carpenter, these are the three types of content that I'll focus on. Behind the scenes when I'm doing the work, after I've done the work, my customers review. Once I have these three set up, I'm good. For every customer, I'm going to repeat these three main content ideas and wait for my customers to come. Once I'm consistent, my digital business is already set up. And
You
don't
sure?
forget, I need to come back to reply all my messages and do all follow up. So with these basic steps, he has moved his business from offline to online with little, or he doesn't really need much expertise.
Okay, so this formula of giving it applies to carpenter. So this formula applies to what type of business at the same time, so that I should not go business by business. Just tell me this same formula I've given you. How many business does it apply to? Those local businesses.
This formula I've given will apply to just any business. Any
Okay.
small business owner that wants to take their business online, first of all, you first of all have to identify your business, know your business. You can better sell when you know. When I talk about know your business, it's not just the advantages. You must know your disadvantages. You must know the things that your business is not good at. Don't only sell and talk about the positive. Talk about the pros as well. I know a lot of people feel like, oh, I need. When you're selling a product, there, I will tell you the good points and the bad points.
Sure.
Yes, that will make me not look salesy, and the person is going to trust me. But when you just go talking about what the person wants you to hear, there's the tendency that you're lying. Also, so first thing is understanding your business. Now, who are you talking to? In digital marketing terms, we say you need to come up with your ideal business persona. When we talk about a persona, it's just a detailed characteristics of the people that will buy from you. So you need to give their name. As a carpenter, probably you say his ideal persona will be I'm targeting maybe working class between the ages of 25 to 30 that earn an average salary of 50,000, that is very interested in buying furniture in this area with favorable price, good quality, looks good, you know. So your persona has to do with the age, their salary, is he a man or a female? Write a fictional detail of who your customer is, because you cannot be selling to everybody. Once you know your ideal customer, you move ahead now to pick a platform. You pick a platform. Which platform are
Okay.
those people that you have labeled? Where are they found? As a carpenter, what will you be doing on LinkedIn? What will you be doing on Instagram that is so aesthetically pleasing? That's not a platform for you. You get, especially if you don't really know much about digital space. So once you have your goal, once you have set up the kind of people that will be purchasing from you, you understand your business and everything, you go ahead to pick a platform. Now,
Sure.
basics. What are the kind of things that I'll be posting on this platform to tell people that I offer these products and services? We have an umbrella term where we call it content pillars. Content pillar, right, is just how you are known on the media. It guides you to never run out of content ideas. If people say I get tired of posting, I don't know what I'll post today, I don't know what I'll post tomorrow. So when you have a well structured content pillar, you can post different content for 365 days. Now, so every business can have this same business, these content pillars. You can have one as behind the scenes. You can have two when the final product, and you can have three customer review. Whether you're a restaurant, whether you sell content stuffs like me, whether you sell sports accessories like me, whether you're processing people's visas, irrespective of the domain that you find yourself, you can do your behind the scenes. Okay, I'm processing this person's visas now. Okay, by the time they are boarding the plane, okay, this person, okay, they arrive safely. If you're a restaurant, behind the scene when you're preparing the food, how people get into the restaurant, their expression when they're eating, what do they have to say at the end of it? So for every client, you take the client through this journey, you will have unlimited content to post on your platform. You will never run out of ideas.
Wow. No, I believe so. Now, you mentioned something about knowing your customer. How do you know your customer? So what type of database can you, and how you gather database of your initial customer so that you can start sorting them out and placing them, or analyzing that data to know exactly what to do or what you need from them, something like that. So how do you gather that data? I'm talking about local customers, like these local carpenters that maybe are not even educated to do all these things, but you are going to train them. So how do they gather that data?
Okay. There's a part of business that they call market research. Market research. Let me say, business na secret. For you to be a successful business person, there must be a particular secret, your unique selling point, something that you have that other people don't have. Market research is very, very powerful.
Sure.
When we talk about market research is, okay, I sell content stuffs. How do I do my market research? I look at how many other people are selling that stuff. I need to look if I have competitors in my area. Are there other people selling this stuff in my area? What do they sell? Okay, I go ahead to look at their pages. Let me come back, because we are talking about taking your business online. This person might not actually know how to source for market research online. Okay, so you need to know your product, where you can get it. Market research, let me say, when I started, my local market research was moving to different markets in Douala, trying to find the products and services. I'll go to maybe Douche. Can I find what I want to buy? Marché Central. I'll go to the local shops around. That is market research. And when I find my products, how much are they sold? And then when you gather all of this, I will now start by another part of market research was, let me leave out the online part. You buy a few items and then you sell. If you have capital, you buy a few and then you sell. Then you start taking data of how this customer reaction will be like. Okay, now if you don't have money to buy and resell, you can do another method. When I started with zero capital. I told my students that we were going to learn practically. I'll go to the market, I'll take these pictures of the items I was willing to sell. I'll come and make content about that item. When somebody is ready to buy, they send the money, I'll go and purchase and come and deliver. With time, I had some money, I started buying and then reselling. All of that is market research. One time, somebody bought like 800 light from me. I delivered to her in Yaoundé. I always test because they are electronics. By the time we got to her, she said this particular light was not coming on. And behold, this was the very first LED 800 that I was selling, and I had not used one before. Knowing that that was my first take, it actually broke me. I had to come back, study the product, ask myself, but I tested this light before delivering it. What might have gone wrong that it got to the client and it's not working? After so much time, I got to learn that I didn't actually understand the setting of it. I now called the client. We tried we changed a couple of settings, and behold, it started working. So market research in your business would just mean studying your customers' behavior, learning one client at a time, studying one product at a time, and then you gather your information from there.
Okay. Now, you answered something, but I was talking particularly, right? If I own a carpentry business, for example, that we're using as a case study, okay, how will that carpenter gather and store data? Because remember, he's a local carpenter. He is not knowledgeable. He's not even interested in the knowledge. Okay, but how are we going to encourage them to which tool are they going to use to gather data? For example, I have 50 customers who always come here to look and ask this particular product. Because I don't see in Cameroon, we don't have Cameroonians who gather data. People don't gather data, and data is very important.
No.
So how?
The local carpenter will not even, most of them will not even have WhatsApp. They'll just have like Churonko. So they'll rely on walking customers to gather data. They'll rely on, can you make me this? People coming to them, please, I want you to make me maybe a bank. Please, can you make me this? So the clients bring the data to the carpenter. like you said, local carpenter, most of them just learn the craft. Most of them have not even had formal education. So they rely on customers coming to them, can you help me with this? Learning on the job, gathering customer satisfaction, and making real data for themselves. So I don't think that they will really even understand using WhatsApp, which is very basic, and the rest.
Yeah, because I was saying this because I did a video on my page and a taxi driver texted me and said, "Bro, I've seen you have done video for teachers. You have done video on advising teachers on how to do this. I am a taxi man. Tell me what system I need as a taxi driver." You understand, right? And you know our local taxi drivers. Okay, but he was very interested. Not all of them were interested, but this one was interested. So as a taxi man, right? So I advised him, the advice I gave him that you're a local. We don't have board or all these big platforms like Uber that will ask you to go register for them. But what you need is put your QR code, like the one we have up here for Global Agent Connect, put your QR code in your taxi and create your small broadcast domain or a small group for all your customers or clients that are interested for personal taxi service so that you can manipulate that data to your advantage. So is that something that as a digital marketing expert, you are going to be suggesting to small business owners to have a small database where they can be checking on their customers every day? Good morning, clients. Thank you for using me yesterday. Tomorrow, this is what I have. Those first-hand customers, do you need to have them in a platform? As I mean, anybody can do this. So what do you think as a digital marketing expert?
Okay. Let me first of all go back to the taxi driver.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say not all of them actually are educated enough to understand when you say QR code. So if I was say this is what I would tell most taxi drivers. Maybe you might have to organize a training where you show them how to get this QR code before even putting it on the taxis. But there's something that most of them can do. If I was a taxi driver with little or no information when it comes to QR codes and the rest, what I'll do is have like a flyer. I can have someone design that. We all know flyers. When people want to advertise their products or services, they give the stickers to taxi drivers and they post them on their front desk and the rest. So as a taxi driver, I'm going to design my own flyer or ask someone to design it for me, and then I'll put my number and attach it at the front seat. Anybody getting in there will know that, okay, call me for hire, call me for products, for services like this. Also, we don't have Uber, but we have Yango in towns like Douala and Yaoundé, where you can also register while still running your normal taxi by the side. So you can also be a
Okay.
Yango driver. You can register under Yango. I think I know of Yango. I don't know if there's another company or place that offers that. Now, coming to the question that you ask, should all these customers be put in one place? Talking from experience, just like I mentioned in the beginning, that this year I decided to start a business to actually practice all my skills in one. Okay, so, and I said I was going to share all my experiences as I go, creating videos and posting them on my YouTube channel. The first one I'm
Yeah.
going to upload this evening. Okay. Yes, you should put your customers together in one place. But 25, 25 is even a big number. 10 good customers are far better than 500 observers. When you're bringing your customers together, you have to be very, very intentional. A lot of people pay a lot of attention to numbers. Yes, numbers are good, but make sure that you're gathering value. 10 good customers that you greet and talk to every day, people that buy and come back, are far better than you having a business group of 200 observers. And when I say I'm sharing my journey, I'm not only going to be talking about the advantages, I'm not only going to be talking about the good sides and the bad sides. I also share what I did that worked, what did not work, and the different processes. I'll start with one. I created my WhatsApp group for my business, and one of the biggest mistakes I made was randomly adding people to the group. When you're creating a WhatsApp group for business, never you randomly add people to that business. The people should be willing to join your group. Don't start the business, don't start the WhatsApp group, just like you're telling the taxi driver to have a WhatsApp group where he's going to have his customers in one place. Don't randomly add people. They will be observers. How far are you sure that if they're interested in your product and services? Be intentional when you're gathering your audience for any business.
Okay, I understand you perfectly. I get, and I think you're correct. But what I was saying is not necessarily like to be on the safe side as a business person. Is it not good to have a database somehow, irrespective of whether those clients are dormant clients or active clients or sleeping clients? A database is a database. Okay, it can be useful tomorrow, even though you are not useful today. A client can be sleeping today, but tomorrow become active just because you have a system that connects them into being active. For example, if I have a database of people who just like do nothing, but they're in my contact list, and every day I check the good morning, today I prepare for an arrow, good afternoon, tomorrow I prepare, I'm preparing this, right? Just that everyday update is your database. You are not doing anything with them. Would that not be useful to you tomorrow? Tomorrow I want to eat the fufu and arrow that I saw your advertisement 5 days ago. Okay, you'll be the first person to come in my mind because I've seen your advert, I've seen your consistency in advertisement. If that's what reached to me, but to you, the business owner, you just have a database of people that you check on them all the time, business wise. Don't you think that's advantageous to small business owners?
That's advantageous. That would be you having like generating leads, you having leads that you can follow, potential clients tomorrow. It's like lead magnet, you gathering the people that you're going to convert over time. But with our system in Cameroon, having
Oh,
data, do these people actually understand how to gather this information? Do they understand how to say, I want to gather? If I'm talking to everybody, the data that you're talking about will be around getting more people to save your WhatsApp number so that they can see your status. When they see your status, they keep your product and service in their mind. A lot of people will not know about email marketing. Email marketing in America can be compared to WhatsApp marketing in Cameroon because we don't really, those are two types of marketing that don't really need algorithm for people to for people to see your content or whatever. People in the Western world open more emails. Back here in Cameroon, people can go for months without going through their email. WhatsApp is that go-to place where people open. So if you're talking about database and I want to explain it in a manner that everybody can at least know how to practice, I'll talk about you getting more contacts, getting more WhatsApp status views. That way, you are gathering people that can potentially buy from you in the future. Most people might not even know how to create a Facebook page or the difference between profile and page, not to talk of running ads. So the WhatsApp status will be an ideal place to start when it comes to the data gathering.
Okay. Now for local business, for me to summarize, local business, you have narrowed them to TikTok because it's natural. It's almost a local app for everybody. Everybody can relate to it. Now, who needs a website in Cameroon? Who needs a website or a portfolio? Who needs a website in Cameroon? Which business owner needs a website?
Okay. Before I answer that question, I would like to say I did not box local business to TikTok. These platforms have different languages. Don't get me wrong. Just like when you hear of LinkedIn, right? What comes to your mind? Big grammar.
No, you're correct.
Pleasure.
No, see, you're correct, right? You're correct. I believe that TikTok will relate normally with those people, right? I cannot go carpent. I mean, what are you doing? LinkedIn, you will not even have the materials to do your local carpentry work in LinkedIn. So we will just rule that out for you. That's not your target. People don't come there for that. You get. I believe what you say, right? I
Yes.
think TikTok, you can easily relate with TikTok. But now I'm taking it to another level. Like, who needs a website in Cameroon? Who is qualified for a website in Cameroon?
Every business, so far as you have the money to get an expert to build one for you. Google is a website, Facebook is a website, TikTok is a website, where we are on is a website. Everything that's on the internet starts from the basics of website.
Okay, understood. So who needs a customized domain? Let me put it this way. Who needs a private domain?
Customized domain.
Not a domain
Let me
attached to
say,
Facebook, not my
okay,
Facebook domain, not my TikTok domain. Who needs
okay.
who needs a customized business domain?
You are using domain. Not many people will understand domain. Let me first of all explain what domain
No,
is.
you tell
When
us.
you go
That's why you're
to
here.
when you go to Facebook and you actually create an account and you say my name is Gumsirichi. So I say
Okay.
when I go to create my Facebook account and I use that name, that's like my username. So a domain is a name. It's like your shop name that people would use to locate your product or services or information that you have put online. So that name that
Okay.
you're using when you want to build a website is what we are referring to as a domain, and it's not free. When you go to create an account on Facebook, you just have to log in your details and write your name. Contrary to a domain, you go and buy that name, and only one person can have a particular domain in the entire world at a time. You cannot have two people having the same domain. It is a unique address, unique name that identifies your business or your person. Now, coming to who needs a domain, I said anybody can get a domain because one, building a website actually puts your business to be reliable, but not everybody can afford it. You don't just start a business you don't have and you're not making profit yet and you go ahead to say you want to build a website. These websites actually have charges. After you buy the domain, you have to go ahead to figure out the hosting. Now, this domain is not, you have not bought it forever. After maybe 1 year or 2 years, depending on the duration, you need to go and pay for it again. As a small business, I will not recommend you to go straight and get a website. Even if I'm saying that it will give you more credibility, you can scale up, people in the international market will take you seriously. There are other options. Start with these other social media accounts.
Okay.
Also, you can go for Google My Business. Google My Business gives you the feeling of a website and it's free.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to buy a domain. You're going to be functioning almost like you have a website, but inside the Google My Business platform. So if you are big, you're already making profit, ready to scale up, go for a website, get a professional to build your website. But if you're still starting, go for the other options. Do social media, sign up for Google My Business. If you have difficulties, I can help you set that up. I have lots of experience. I always try out all these platforms, see what works, and the rest. Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Well said. We appreciate that. Now I realized I was going online the other day. I realized that most schools or big institutions are not properly represented online. If you want, we can search, we can overlay and search some schools that do not have a website. Big institutions don't have website. I mean, is it that they too should focus on social media, or an institution like probably AMA, most of those schools in Boya that we don't see them properly represented online? Should they continue like that, or they should just focus on social media? Even social media, I still do not see them have social media accounts. I don't know whether in our modern age is allowed technically.
Please come again. I did not get the last part of your question.
I said I don't know if in this our modern age a school is can be forgiven, is allowed not to have a social media presence online or website or something like that.
Let me start by saying that most of these big schools are still managed by people that are, let me say, parents, or let me say, in a different generation that really believed in traditional marketing, and they don't actually know the importance of this digital marketing once their traditional marketing is working for them. Okay, if anybody that will look for more clients or more students is somebody that is not satisfied where they are. If I'm doing my traditional marketing, I'm still getting students. Like you said, these schools are big schools, so they don't really need talk of a school like Seka or lot. You don't need to go and stand and say people should come and do registration. These are schools that already have their name, so you don't really need to do lots of marketing. Okay, in that case, they are going to be contented with the little they are doing, probably just talking in local churches, school registrations are going on, and the rest, and the rest. Now, the new schools that are coming up now as
Okay.
competitions to this big school that have that don't yet have a name and and are really in need of students, they're the ones that go out now and say, okay, traditional marketing is not going to do the work for us. I think we need to look for more, we need to look for a platform where we can get more students, and that platform is digital space. So the new schools coming in now are exploring the digital space, while the bigger schools that don't need much marketing are contented with what they need. I'm not going to say that they should be forgiven for the fact that they don't have a social presence, because that social presence will not only be good for the school, but also when these students leave, like club activities, maybe there's some activities that students do in school that can actually add to their CV when they're looking for a job. If you are the, let me say, the refectorian, or if you occupy any post while you're in school, that's, you can already handle leadership. That's already leadership. So they help to document these students' activities while they're in school on their social page, and can also help to invite scholarship, sponsorship. People in the diaspora can also help when it comes to gifts. Let me say, end of term gifting. They're going to have more valuable gifts to give, maybe the first three instead of just books, maybe laptops, opportunities, exchange programs. Is really going to open a bigger platform for them.
Okay. Now, the reason why I ask this question, because I think our schools are neglecting this part, and it's an against our children. I'll give you an example. A student called me one time. I used to be a teacher. A student called me one time that, sir, please, can you help me be my reference? All we know what is a reference, right? You just probably say good things about somebody, attest that you know this person, and so on. Now, upon going to that school to be a reference for that particular person, that university required me to have a domain name of that school. Like me as a teacher, I should have my personal professional email. They are going to tell us what is professional email anyway. A professional email, I should reply them, or I should send a message through a professional email. And if I don't give a professional email, they don't want a Gmail, the regular Gmail, they don't want it. It will be rejected. Now, if a school, it's not having a website, I know without a website, you cannot have a professional Gmail account or a professional email. So how will such students that their career is out, and then it's their legal right for them to have references from their school? It is their right, like it is a must, they must have it. So what will those students do if the school is not prepared with the needs, with the international needs that is there? If the school is not prepared, what would they do if we just allow these schools if these schools don't really need a website, if they don't understand the need for a website, and that teachers should have a professional domain or a personal domain, which is a school property that is going to be left with the school, or they're going to use it to reply to students' needs abroad. So if they don't pursue a website, what are they going to do?
That's a hard one. Please, can you summarize the question, just so I'm very sure that I have understood and I'm going to answer the right question
Okay.
and not just yes.
In simple thought, right? A school in America wants a reference from a school in Boya, but they want a
Yes.
reference from a professional email attached to that school.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Okay.
And now the school does not have a website. The school does not have a website, which means they don't have professional emails. That's you
Okay,
understand.
I understand the question
And
now.
it's a big school, a traditional big school
Yes.
that can get their customers from left, right, center. But now they are frustrating that child because they don't have proper system.
Okay. Now let me explain this from practice, from experience. Being a Cameroonian, from at one point in time, we have all tried to travel out. So there was this time when I had the opportunity to study healthcare administration in the US. Was it healthcare? No, 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 no. I think that time I was trying to move to Canada. Yes. I was trying to move to Canada. So I needed to have like my university certificate verified, like find the equivalent of my master's in Cameroon to the master's in the Canadian system. And I cannot do that.
Yeah.
So that my certificate had to be sent by the University on Boundary straight to the people um, in charge in Canada, just like you're saying. And they needed to do it through a business email or send it through DHL, but from the school box to those in charge box. Okay. I was lucky that I had an old lecturer that I was still in touch. But nevertheless, and Sai is one of those schools that we have a business email, people reply to it, and our inbox is functioning very well. If I was in a scenario where that was not possible, I would not have had the opportunity to have my documents being sent from the school's um, box, just like you're saying. Now I'm going to
Mailbox.
stop here to explain the difference between a personal email and a business email. Your
Okay.
personal email will be a regular email like ngumsuri@gmail.com, maybe gustav@gmail.com. A business email is an email that has your name and the domain of the institute that you're working for. Remember, we said domain is the username. So I work for Phyla IC Institute. My professional email will be is ngumsiri@phylaict institute.com, while my personal email is ngumsiri@gmail.com. So when I'm having official duties, I send emails from my business email, which shows a lot of credibility, which shows that I work here. You're not going to doubt that email. So in the case where that student needs a reference and the school does not have an officiating professional email, and you go and create, anybody can create a random email with a school name.
Very good.
It
Very
is
true.
it's going to be penalizing to the student. And some hosting plans like Hostinger actually give these business emails for free. Once you have a domain name, you have the opportunity to get 100 business emails for free, each of them having an inbox space of 1 GB. Domain names are not even that expensive. $10 you can get a domain name.
Wow. So, which means it's negligence, isn't it? Because
Clear
these things are not
negligence.
it's clear negligence. Now, that student,
Yes.
as I speak to you, I've said there are makeshift principals in their basements of their houses running schools. When I say makeshift principal, there are people who have bought domains already of big institutions. They have already bought the domain because they realize that this institution have not yet secured their domain. So now bringing back to my question, is it necessary for a school, like thinking ahead, when you think analytically and conceptually, you have to understand that, hey, this thing like that is important. Even though I'm not going to use it now, but let me secure this product because it belongs to us. I know of people who own schools, right? Malicious people, and when we're doing this cybersecurity stuff, right? We tend to understand that there are people who buy your domain and use it, and so now getting students frustrated. So it's a negligent issue. So what message are we going to tell these schools going forward?
That they should invest in their digital identity. This digital identity does not cost that much, and it does not only apply to website. It applies to username across all social platforms. Just like I always
Excellent.
say, whether you're a school, whether you're a business owner, if you only want to belong to TikTok, go ahead to create an account across all social platforms, all the major ones. Go ahead.
Yes.
Why are you going ahead to create this account even if you want to be present just on one? You don't want somebody else using your identity, operating like you on any platform. Once
Sure.
you have created this account, you have occupied that username on the social platforms, on the website is occupied. Even if somebody has to go ahead to say maybe carry out some fraudulent activities, they will have something different. Maybe if they're using your name, they'll add maybe a number, they'll add maybe an apostrophe, they'll add something to that will look fishy. And
And then
another
you're
part of
vigilant to
branding
see that.
is you have to be vigilant to see it, of course. Another part of branding is use the same name across all platforms so that your clients or whoever is searching can easily identify that. For example, your name is Global Agent. I shouldn't see Global Agent on Facebook, and when I'm going to Instagram and see Agent Global, write it exactly the same. Global Agent Connect across all platforms. So while they are focusing on getting this name should be written in the same manner across all these platforms, social media and website alike.
Perfect. Thank you very much. That was really rich and helpful. Okay, now let me go to portfolio. All right. Personal portfolio. Do you think personal portfolio is replacing CV out there or resume? Because I mean, personal portfolio, because companies have started asking more of personal portfolio. They're asking links now. Okay, they on most job platforms, you put your link in there, you put your resume, but they go as far and ask you your personal portfolio. Can you give us a link of let us see your activity? So, what is your advice to professionals who think they don't need a personal portfolio? A LinkedIn is all they have, is okay. What is your advice to them?
Your LinkedIn can be your personal portfolio if you set it up right. First of all,
Okay,
personal portfolio just means what can you do? Show me what you have done before. Show me proof
okay,
that you can do this. So, your LinkedIn, let me say, a regular resume will carry just text. I was able to increase research by this. Maybe grow the platform to 200, this. That's different. But if you have built your LinkedIn to be your portfolio, like what I do, like when I have these results, I screenshot them, come and write a little write up about it. So if you go to my LinkedIn, you don't really necessarily need to ask me about my portfolio. You see all the things I'm doing. Okay, today she's
okay,
talking about business. Okay, she was able to increase this by now. Okay, she was able to solve this challenge. She's talking about this now. So you can choose to say that on LinkedIn. Another person, you can use any platform to be your portfolio. You can still use your TikTok to build your portfolio. Like,
okay,
okay, it depends on the manner that you're posting your stuff. Portfolio just means show me what you have been doing. Show me proof that you can do what you have said you can do. Canva, you can use Canva. There are so many other platforms. It is very necessary for you to build a portfolio because every other person with AI right now coming up with TV is in matter of seconds. Everybody can come up with a very structural, professional looking resume
CV.
with all the big grammar. I can do this, I can do that, and when you get to the practicals, you have a lot of challenges. But once you have built a platform where okay, we're seeing you growing, okay, she was working on this project now, this is the result. She did this is the result. Her socials are built as proof. You don't really need to ask a lot of questions.
Wonderfully said. Excellent. I totally agree with you on that. Okay. Maximize the social media platform to spew out or express who you are. Like I said the other time in one of my videos, that a CV is this normal resume is just written things about you, but people need to experience who you are. Like you need to see it, feel it. Even if they don't feel it, but they need to actually see the activity day in, day out. That will give you a better and more desirable exposure out there. All right. I still have more questions for you, our expert. Remember that? I
Yes,
still have
yes,
more
yes.
questions for you. Now I'm going back to that teaching. right? I just want to get a little bit of insight because a lot of teachers I know minimize the part that you need to teach online. You're not employed in school and you fold your arms and sit there. You don't have a job, you fold your arms and sit. You understand? So, what now that you're teaching online, how I don't want to ask you your income, how much you make, probably maybe that you want to keep that personal or private, but
Yeah.
how do you spoke about how you got your clients, all right? Now the data, but how much client do you teach? How many people do you teach a day?
Okay. Based on the fact that I have a 9 to 5, I run a business. I also do personal shopping for people. I'm just trying to get my dream life come to reality.
So in
Yes,
other words, you are
despite
a
all of
real
that.
polyvalent because you touch, yeah, you have a very rich background. I've seen it first. It's pure science, S1. And
Yes,
then now it's digital marketing. This is a real well
yes,
now. Of course, we don't have a lot of industries out there that will be employing. Cameroon, we don't have employers in Cameroon, so we need to be the employers. Again, so I see
yes,
that you're diving towards that. You're employed yourself, you're teaching, you're a digital marketer, and at the same time, you are still the dream girl. You're achieving your dream the way you want, you're shaping your life the way you want. Totally
yes,
understood. Now you teach online, you have clients, you teach maths, you teach computer,
yes. I
maths,
don't have a student for
computer.
computer yet, but I can teach computer because see, digital marketing is really broad. For me to perfectly do my digital marketing, I need to perfectly understand the computer because that's my
Okay,
working tool. So,
okay,
and
perfect.
right here in the institute, I also take up office automation. Like the very beginning, I help people. I introduce. We teach from the very basics. So when you're new to tech, I'm one of those who welcome you, take you through the basics, file explorer. Okay, this is the tax bar. Okay, when you
Mm-hmm.
get into Word, this is your document area. This is your quick access. I explained that adding stories so that you don't feel left out. So
Mm-hmm.
computer, I can take someone on computer. Math is like my favorite. Math, chemistry, physics, I don't have a problem with that. But for the moment, I have students. I have a 4-year-old. I teach her math, and I love my student because she's she brings out the best in me. I've been teaching her for just 2 weeks. When I started, she didn't even know the plus sign, but she can add numbers perfectly from 1 to 13. We are adding the numbers slowly, and it's really brilliant how far she has gone. She does not only add, she can write them down mathematically. So she
Mm-hmm.
knows why what addition is all about. She knows that it means we're bringing things together. So if I say 3 plus 2, she has to hold 3 pencils, 2 pencils, put them together, count them, and
Mm-hmm.
then write the answer after the equal sign. These are some tools that is not really easy to implement. I also have a student who is a francophone, and she wants to learn to read and write. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this one was really challenging. Trust me, I needed to tap from the origin. Teaching somebody how to read and write, you need to start from sound building. So I had to start from the A, B, C, D, then going as far as, okay, we need to link these words together. If you want to read car, can, you need to say ah, can you link the first two? By the time you're getting to the third word, then you know how to read. So far, this first week has been amazing. She does not only read, but she writes simple words. So being
Wow.
a teacher teaching these students, they actually teach me patience, and they bring out the problem solving aspect of me. I also have two new students I'm going to start working with. I teach her science. She's in grade 6. So I teach her science.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about science, it's pollution, air pollution, layers of the atmosphere, lithosphere, stratosphere, and all the rest. And then my
Good.
last student, I teach him maths, numeric expressions, just how to find x. Let me say this and that. He's in grade 5. So for now, those are my students that I'm practically taking, and I love working with them. Yes.
It's like everything you know, you just teach. As you know something, you teach it.
Not
No, that is
really. Very few people can do a lot of things. I am gifted. I'm one of those few people that God gave us a lot of talent. Teaching is a
okay.
passion, and my hands are gifted. So I'm patient enough to teach. I multitask along other sides. Like I'm not only good in school. I'm also
Mm-hmm.
good when it comes to handwork. I can sew my own clothes. Sometimes I get to braid my
Mm-hmm.
hair on my own. Sometimes I get to do my nails. So some people are just that gifted. So why not turn it into money making something?
Wow. That's true. You're monetizing the whole of your life. I mean,
Yes.
that
Let
is
me add
very
something.
inspiring. That
I
is
think you
very
said something
inspiring.
that I've not addressed. If you
Okay.
are a teacher in Cameroon, if you are, let me tell you, the people that teach us in Cameroon, these people that teach kindergarten. Oh, this is my student that I'm teaching to learn to read and write. She has brought out the patience in me, the problem solving in me. If you're a teacher, you teach kids how to read, and you're not teaching people online English. You're wasting. You're sleeping with money on the table because that's your life.
Wow.
You already have the experience of teaching people word and sound building. English is word and sound building. Maybe you think that you are archaic or you just need phone and internet. See, there's money online. You just need time and the right information. You don't even need to have accounts on this platform. Trust me.
Tell them, tell them, tell them,
Don't
tell
wait for
them.
don't wait for the perfect time. You have all it takes. The money you're looking for is right there. You are the money. You are the gifts.
It means you make a lot of money online teaching.
Not necessarily. The digital field the digital field you have to invest a lot, but it makes life easier. Yeah, I make income that I can solve a lot of problems that I was
Okay.
not able to do before. Yes,
No,
so
I
I
understand.
can
Income is
tell
not
you that
something people want to, people can say it out there. I get it. I get it. But if I have to
no.
understand, if I have to, read
Look at
from
the
your body
smile on my
language and
face.
exactly, it shows that it pays. And you mentioned
Yes,
something that you
yes,
are not using teaching platforms. You are it's one on one, which means your platform is the general platform one on one,
yes.
right?
Okay, let me just talk about branding. About branding, okay, I'm not using platforms. There are a lot of people that teach online and they have set up a company for themselves. Being a digital marketer, right now I'm building from scratch. So I have a name, Zenai Space, where I sell content stuff. So I went ahead to differentiate it per the activities that I have done. So I have already bought the domain. I've already created my socials,
Mm-hmm.
although some of them I post regularly and not. So I have a subdomain. I have a
Mm-hmm.
subdomain learn.zenaspace.com that I am slowly building into a platform where people who are looking to teach online, when I get the job, I can outsource it to people that are reliable. So I have a subdomain already, learn.zenaspace.com. I equally have shop.zenaspace.com where I'll be doing my
Mm-hmm.
e-commerce, selling my stuff, maybe pre-orders and available products at the same time. And
No,
then
if
the agency.zenaspace.com, where that one will be talking about digital marketing services. And the real domain name, which is zenaspace.com, now just talks about the regular, all the services put together. So these are some of the things that are still in the pipeline. So in the future, I will be able to source out some of the clients, the students that will come to me, to other people that are willing to also learn. I know I spoke about subdomains, so let me just explain that a little. I know we're talking about breaking things down so
mm-hmm.
that every regular person can understand. So when you buy a name for your website, you can build more than one website using that one name. So with the one name that I have bought, I have been able to generate three subdomains. Means I have four websites just buying one name, and I bought that
Okay.
one name with as little as 10,000 francs. Yes, round figure. Because I have the hosting plan. So, but if you don't have hosting, then it's going to get expensive and all the rest. So,
Sure.
getting digitalized, sometimes you might be charged high for the expertise and all the other benefits. But being the expert and knowing how these things work, I have the advantage of getting these services at the bare minimum.
Perfect. Thank you very, very much. Before we go, right, you mentioned something, and I think a lot of teachers in Cameroon are lacking in this. They are very lukewarm, they are timid, right, and they are missing out on the opportunity to teach people out there. So say that one more time to teachers in Cameroon, especially targeted teachers you want. Is it language teachers, French teachers that are not yet using online platform? Advise them again one more time, please. They should hear.
I'm not just talking to language teachers. If you are a teacher, there's somebody on this internet that wants you to teach them one on one.
Okay.
So if you have not put your services out there, someone will not say that they need. If I had not gone to Odogu Kiwi's life and said I can teach online, I would not have had people that will come to my inbox and say, "Can you teach our kid? Can you teach our kid?"
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Mm-hmm.
are a teacher, whether you're teaching, maybe let me say you're even cybersecurity agent, you teach cybersecurity. Whether you are an
Mm-hmm.
architect, you actually build plans, you teach people how to build plans. Whether you teach little children how to put things together, whether you teach home economics, irrespective of what you do, there's somebody on this platform that is willing, that is looking for your services so that you can teach them online. Is it AI automation? Is it how to grow followers? Is it how to do YouTube? Just anything that you do. So far as you're doing it physically, you can as well make money from it doing it digitally. Just combine the two.
Okay, we are running out of time and we are coming almost to the end, right? But we plan today through our expert to show you how to track metadata from a picture. Okay, we are going to leave that to the next show because we are running out of time to get into other activities. So that being said, we are going to thank you very much for your presence and your expertise on everything you have done for us today. And still, because there's no time, I wanted us to overlay all your social media account. I think we'll just do that now. I'll just show your LinkedIn profile again one more time and show your, I think it's your YouTube page, right? So that people can
Yes.
see what you do. Let me share the screen. Let me share this screen. Yep. Okay. So, okay, this is her LinkedIn account or profile. You can see that, right? And here is the YouTube. Digital business from zero. Digital business from zero. So we'll just hit subscribe there, and there you go. There you go. Everything good. Let me go back to the LinkedIn. You can scroll down. You can request her service from her LinkedIn profile, and she's going to assist you on building your business and have a digital presence online. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have so many shows coming. You understand? I'm going to advertise the next show. So thank you very much, madam. And God continue to be with you and bless your family and your good works all the time. Thank you very much. And God bless you. We have come to the end of the program.
Thank you very much for
Okay.
hosting me as well. And I'll end by saying that I can equally be a speaker for help inspire somebody that does not even know where to start, but they really want to get into the digital space. So you can call me for your events, your speaking events, and the rest. It's been an honor to share my journey with you all. Hope you learned something. Hope you are going to practice. Every time I send an email, I always check my messages. So love you all, and remember that the internet and a device is all you need to change your life.
Amen. Thank you very much, madam. And see you soon.
Don't forget to visit my YouTube. Let me add that. I'm, going,
Okay.
I'm so sorry. sharing of how I'm practicing on my YouTube channel, the do's, the don'ts, the challenges, everything Tuesday and Friday. Tune in for new episodes. Thank you.
Don't worry, I'm going to tag your YouTube channel to every of these posts, right? When I'll be doing the shorts, your YouTube channel will be there. So anybody will be interested and then they'll just go in. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We have come to the end of this session. All right. Next session is coming on Thursday or next weekend. This one is going to be a very sad story of our Cameroonian brother who was, I don't know what I'll say, kidnapped in Myanmar. But he has a story to tell us. Those that are following fake donkey people, you want to travel abroad, you follow any type of line out there. People advertise line on Facebook, right? I have a story for you guys next weekend. Stay tuned. You will see it on my social media platform. Stay tuned to that. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. Join us at Global Agent Connect TV. We appreciate your support.